Hey, what's up? This is Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. And in this video, I want to talk about the FICO 10 update. A lot of people have been asking my sales reps, they've been sending me emails, asking questions here on YouTube about what is it going to mean for them when this takes full effect. It should be taking effect now. They said that throughout the summer, the three main credit reporting agencies, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, would have their software updates and they would have it instituted, and you will start to see what it's going to mean for you. So, what I'm doing in this video is I'm going to summarize what I've seen with my investigations from looking at different news organizations, looking at what the bureaus are stating, and looking at what the organization that put together the software for FICO 10 is actually stating. Now, let me just tell you one of the things that I saw right off the bat, no matter where I went to look, except for with the people who made the software, uh, because they don't want to really, state this, but this is what is estimated to happen. 40 million Americans, 40 million will have their scores drop by 20 points, and another 40 million Americans, their scores will go up by 20 points. And I'm going to tell you why that's going to happen. And then they're also estimating that over 110 million Americans will see changes in their credit scores with this FICO 10 update scoring model. And then number three here on my blog that I put, because I also wrote an article out on this, is that the one of the main reasons why you're going to have that fluctuation of 40 million American scores going down, 40 million American scores going up, and really overall 110 million Americans, period, is that they're going to institute this 24-month calculation of payment history. So if you had, let's just say that you were paying your payments, you've always paid them on time, but during that cycle, you maybe had a utilization of your credit. Like, and what I mean by utilization, that means that if you have a available credit of $1,000 and you're always making your payments, which is good, that's going to report good payment history. But that utilization, if you use more than 35%, in this scoring model, your credit score could potentially be hurt because you're carrying too much debt. So, what they're another thing that they're also going to factor in more is that if you have any delinquencies, any where you paid late or some that are have been moved to collection, you're going to be hit even harder. So there were a lot of people saying, well, what are you going to do when FICO 10 hits as a credit repair company? Well, looking at what the facts are stating is that people who have bad credit, their scores are going to even go down even more. So if you might be at it's stated in one article where your scores are in the five or low 600s, or it's in the 650s, you can see your scores go under 600 with this new scoring model. So it's going to be more imperative that you repair your credit, and more imperative that you get your balances down, like on your credit cards, open type accounts, that you get those balances down, because the new scoring model is actually going to hurt you if you carry high balances. Now, some of the things that no matter what remains the same with the FICO update, and these are things that have always been there, and I always say to customers and YouTube subscribers that regardless of what they do with FICO, if you haven't mastered one, you're not gonna master the next one. A lot of people, it's like they're saying the new FICO 10, I'm going to master that one. And then once it happens, they still suffer the same consequences from what their habits are, from what they did under the other FICO scoring systems. If you want to know about your results, this is how you can know if you're going to be doing good under FICO 10. Is just look at how you're looking right now under the current FICO system. That means that you have to change your habits or you're going to have the same problem. So now let's go over to some of the things that always remain the same no matter what FICO system updates are made. Is that you got to pay your bills on time. If you don't pay your bills on time, you're just putting yourself behind the eight ball with any FICO scoring system. Next thing is that you don't need to have too many open accounts. You be careful, because if you have too many open accounts, your debt to income ratio is going to be too high, and your credit utilization is going to be too high, and you're going to end up in trouble. Most people that have too many accounts end up in trouble anyways. Next thing is you need to keep your credit card balances 35% or below. And you need to also pay your credit cards by the statement date. The statement date is different than the due date. That's why you may pay your credit card payments on time all the time, but it seems like you're not getting credit for it, because it's saying that you're carrying that balance when you know you paid that balance. That means you have to pay it by the statement date. Call your credit card provider and say, what is the statement date on you, and what is the date that you report to the bureaus every month for the balances that I carry? It's always going to be two different dates. Keep your inquiries low. I see too many customers having too many inquiries. I had one customer, a lot of customers, but one in particular had over 200 inquiries. Don't have 200 inquiries. I know that when you go to car dealers and they might run you with a whole bunch of different uh, finance companies, you need to get those removed. And you need to, if you're going to get a car, you need to tell them specifically, run me with someone that you know is going to get me approved. I do not approve for you to blast me out to all of these finance companies. Next thing is don't co-sign for anyone. I didn't see this one posted on any of the articles, any of the news websites, because they don't really do this as a business. One of the things that I see that hurts people a lot is that they co-sign for people. When you co-sign for people, it not only puts you at high risk if that person defaults on the loan, because then they're going to come after you for it. It also makes your credit utilization go up for something that you're not even using. I don't care if it's your mom. I don't care if it's your kid. I don't care if it's your good friend. I don't care. Don't co-sign for anyone. The next thing is don't get subprime type loans. I know that this might be hard when you're trying to build your credit, but you just can't do it. You're going to need to stay away from payday loans, stay away from those department store cards. I consider those cards, department store cards, subprime uh, credit cards is what I consider them. Stay away from them. Any type of auto title loans, any of those types of things, stay away from those. I know that it's enticing. You can use the money, buy stuff now, pay later, get a discount. All of that is just uh, games to get you to get those cards, because they know you're not going to pay them off at the end of the month, even though you might be thinking that. And then the next thing is you need to get your credit in order. If you're running around with bad credit, just like I always say, you're going to be paying more for the same things that people with good credit pay less for. So focus on getting your credit repaired. Focus on getting good trade lines that are going to enhance you, not pull you down. That they're going to enhance you. So I'm going to end the video here. If you need help with your credit, or before I do that, please hit the like button if you like this video. And if you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes Us Different. If you can follow that process, I invite you to become a customer. If you need your credit reports and scores, this is going to be even more important with this new FICO 10 update. You need to get your credit reports. Go to the website, your3scores.com. I really appreciate it, because that's one of the ways I monetize the time that I take to make these videos for you. If you have debt collectors coming after you, there's 3 letters that I make available for you. My statute of limitations uh, for collecting debt letter, and my cease and desist collection activities letter, and my debt validation letter. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and founder of thecreditrepairshop.com.